haw ne sen tebeso number 2 agin boat atwemakota one way bekwa ikone yaw kusia pia kwa ahoma chichire so gi free so bosome frɛ ho step by step tikrom ye brenye kwansayem number 1 bosome frɛ ho original makosa yeni su bontefu obi nti ase manso odumase nana boachi yadom UST kokoben asafo nyame wa promase wafatewia danso God bless Kochi new site the rock oti wood village ocheso nyame ensenie awa pechi twapiase KK kabobo manso nyankomase nyame bekire manso afede nyame no onim kunsu ba ne ekrom opani job minti bosome frɛ ho fox kase
emuda ho pefe.
Lock it in. More news, more information. Fox.
Premoto mama ya mamunyina ha. Omayi mu nsam ya yaboabo no ena yade ebremo premoto breka seboy enam www.foxfmonline.com afi Facebook, YouTube. Baby yegu ho ya okwa obehu yen 103.1 takrade or record Fox almost so fa kaseboy ebe sa na information centers bebru ha eni aduonom so ne yan atokese na almost so to kaseboy apetin Emmanuel Information Center ewo obosome frɛ ho ohwumase ono so abiemu ha san so na God is great mateme ho Information Center ono so ewo asante atem ofuase almost so bie kaseboy mo ama obia atiebe premoto bre kasebo no atifi nsam no ebi enie
wana kraniema efri amanane ebe kuremu na afi won efri kuremu so a won de niema kopie mu amanane no omakohia adwendwene okuru no
yewura asamsia hi wahye se di bread ma no ya gini tuma obeye cocoa processing company ewo na se factory ewo Western North Mantam no
na atoye Mantam so afo nso de tuda se ndei won edu ho afolo galamse no wo so nhwe obi anim na wo ya o galamse no obachi wo mu no Orobe famra kwanso.
Sanso so ana asante Mantam so afo ya no so sabre wa bafoforo jahye no wose yensio yen sase yen kwaye galamsefo munya ya de nto emfama yen
na wona ebu akonta asem ewo man Ghana mu Ghana Statistical Service wo so ba mane se nei wona wankasa ye wo madwuma no wo nchemu bese eduwotwe
kura bia asante kwatokwa hine otumfo se twa bebie wa man kantan kranchi ni so biem na hwan na kwaka no wohwim ene yekeka ekro emunsam ekutan
na nse na nsem bia na mu wiemu se alisa ban ba ye be sabosumi enan pein ana na otwe 9 pay wo mabobesia 38 billion Ghana cedis ero na ma babonten ababe yi ho ano
we ene sama wodo bi ne kutaya premeto breka seboyi so yani aye de kaseboyi brewo ye oforedo mad the super duper international woman
nana ya opon checheku otafri Africa sebono enchiremu enie ye nuano mu a wo mokra niema efri amanone edeba o menwu na afi wona on di efri o menwu nso ekopie mu awa amanone no ya from say import and export Shippers Authority Ghana omo ekue omo o man Ghana mu na no ana ene CEO edema Ghana Shippers Authority Professor Ransford Jampo wo no hia apekwan ombefa so na pomasi bre wo mo edwumadie no ho no wombe bi atumatu bi wo ho no a omasiesie na no kura ni nuane ampa wo mkokohia ye no ena eba beda di se ndei sedi omamu aye den na niema bo akosoro wo omamu nti no enam so mo dwumadie ye omudi no kwa na ekofom ene se wo de niema fira ekwa amanone anaso wo de niema fira amanone eba ha no mu a eno kwabna ne to ye da so no se tienie etienie sedi nkane no omudi ka ye no wo mu ntimi nya ne sa ena Professor Jampo so eno kropa wate ase na abano se watenase ya o ye nhye afa on se de be ya enyem betumi ayefo ede ama enuanu mu ade niema efiri akwa amanone nomde abi nsu firi amanone ebe o memu wo san nhye ya ban ye nchekura no ebeboa ama om niema ani su omusu no eso ate Professor Ransford Jampo
Ghana happy and it appears that the cost of doing business so hard. Oko bibi abi bremi bremu sanko for ya modeka etoto niema so ema Ghana for yes ano mo ye ewo other amindful so ntino nyame adom ye wo mra foforo ya hyehyɛ ebitumi ema ye regulate niema afiance ye de nhyehyɛ egu kwan mu obo friend airline se ne be a de samra no ebe edwuma samra no ema ye ho kwan se omo charges bi aba ebeba yenim na ebobo hu na ya approve anase ye for say eni nyina so bia ya le approve na ebetumi ye be yesa de na ya ye ni ye de na be edwuma pepepe e de abo the interest of shipping lines and a shippers yina no e protect your interest na be ya asumie be ba
sanse ne mrai ena aban ne so be ye e de aboy no na no si ya pe ena president ma importers and exporters association Samson Asaki Ayungobit ono nso ade to dabo eye professor Jampo abaso se wa ya ade pa se ne wadwene omo ho no mahia no omo haw bia e wo omo nso wo maka ede ato na ni momenti eno nso se de omo kire mu.
We are very much aware, say the LI, we are told prior to the election, say the committee was set up drawn from various bodies. So it has to go to Parliament, and when Parliament approve it, then the authority will now act it fully. He is lucky that the law has come to work at his time, and based on that, we are very confident that he will do the right thing. So when they see that this is a fair state, he's not going to say because whatever importers come to say, he's rushing to say, where are you? Come, I'm going to cut your head off. He's also going to look at the responsibility that we have and they also have. So at the end of the day, it will be a win-win situation, so that there will be fair treatment to both importers and to shipping lines or to their principals who will allow their vessels to call here. Without businesses, they won't be working.
I was president of the Importers and Exporters Association. Samson Asaki Ayungobit.
Yeah, boy, Eura or Swap for Betty at Sabre, you know. So one measure a dready quadruma and if you did Juma and some saw a Samson and he. And now I copy vetting committee, no, a appointment committee, no, and what they are to John Watcher same. Say, ya didn't tomb, so I'm not my swap for Betty at Chile. I was a say a swap. And there, bet you say, a year cocoa processing company and as a factory, obetintin for the Juma. I was Western North, a man tam nemo sabaya cocoa, honey, a man so you bet me at a fun for the Juma mo, na to me abwa ama. I were Mary, and Mabuno to me and your Juma ye, now you queer Jumana so at me at Tumpon and anything. Was it enquasisa wa non fear nanya ya de mano enkwana wie ye no na wa yes ade no wa kan hunsam ebe e kan ho yenko enkonkoti.
Mr. Chairman, coming from the western of the area concerned to me is we don't have value to believe that as captured in the NDC manifesto that we will embark on industrialization. I will be happy to see that by the end of my tenure, we will have cocoa processing company in the western of so that the cocoa beans can be processed, and also look at other mini factories can be established so that farm produce can be processed. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In agricultural produce and processing it. And if you look at what the president has done, the president is putting much attention on agribusiness, and that is why he has created Ministry of Trade, agribusiness and to agricultural produce. It's an attempt to package agricultural produce so that they will become marketable both locally and the president's objective of adding value to agricultural produce will be achieved. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yewra Samson hino no na wase o mampanye botaye se ye be ye mfidi dwuma ne ye de ye niema ye nya na nyina afa mfidie mu ansa na ye de akọ ewiase aman so ne ye de bi wo mam hanom no o mo botaye ntimfie na ye de ama no no se ye de ne tumu a o mo behwe se sa botaye no o mo ebeduru ho
yeguso aye jamu atoye mantamu na tefo be kan ya MPP abadada no ba ya pe no ye na adwen se one garam said be siani na wamo kwen antentam agaram se kura tam MPP abandada no hwe ho wamo antimi no na anye na NDC fo ba ye no wamo so a kire se ne wamo to se de MPP fo ye nso wamo so ne garam se be di atentam se ebia no de wamo timi atam garam se na hwe ho no mo a eti enam so emene garam se no kura NDC am ekonomu yi skills kakra o mu a se wamo be sheda etu ase de afiri ho na okwa atoymantam so afo ye Joseph Nelson wode atoda say nei enya de omba betena se ahwehwe mu bia e galamsey ho na ma tena se hu se galamsey no edwumadia ya ese o men yensa ase ne kwaye ne yensuo pa erizo ma hwa nka ho asem mprempren no me na o ye beye echinebeye ene ye beye echinebeye a wo mo nto ma na Ghana ene asodem nyakura ne etu galamsey wo honom e wo bra nso enkonko bo man no na openi se wono watena so 3 terms e wa atoymantam wonom wasi obia ye owo MPP monim no obi owo NDC monim no etene se ye chiufa galamsey ho a ena ne ye ba be ho ani azen se o MPP na se wani azen de o de we party ba an NDC we de ye de ne famra kwa so ni wasi obia semrase na obia mra ne di ne so etu obia ye be chi wa galamsey ho se o se ye nso ye kwaye ene yensa asene de ene mungamu enya dom no be ne ye kura yewra Joseph Nelson ensam ni bieni.
Evidence is clear. So, yeah, really a backup and Namada. And I anchor the same sport, anchor your operation as I make an answer. Me in party, baby. And so, if the issue is just to protect somebody, allegedly, party, or BBA, it's a operation in Bonkodo. Very committed to this fight. In fact, your program gets as a country. I'm into now. You make a headway as far as the Galamsey issue is concerned. It's about commitment to the fight. That's simply the issue. Commitment to the fight. And see, that commitment I can assure you is that again, okay, Sector Minister Nankasa Suna Modumbola now can wash us. It's also encouraging for us, Regional Coordinating Council and myself as Regional Minister there. And I'm all to know we are also going to support some complementary effort. On fact, ye went to a certain logical conclusion or we are committed, like I did indicate earlier. It's just a small thing that we have done. In the coming days and weeks, I'm even more.
Na chese nye wona wode efidie kogu yensa aso sere nkwa wona sponsor omo wode sika piepia omo womo a wo hyem bi nkwa ade ne na chewa ene na ade a ye do ho beche we ye ne ekokotie ye efiri atoymantam so afo yewura Joseph Nelson
Sanso ana santemantam so afo Dr. Frank Amwakohene onso de kokobu emu odin emu pie emu oduro afa ena no pay money drive so ebra na kwabran pratum etena adwamu eso ede ma galamsey for se ende wo bia yensa ase ye kwaye ene yensuo no ya yes yenya ni nyina fanto na yense no na see abodwese wo ye ba beto an ntonwi yenyina ye bai na nyame asiesi asase no aye ne ma kama ede atoho amaye eni nti enya ade a ye ba behwe se sane ma pa ye nyakopon ede ma ye no ye be ma wo mo ase no Dr. Frank Amwakohene
arrangements because we are involving water bodies, forest, and for year Juma or these areas. Uti said your Mokasani near now, Mokana. It looked as though they have too much power because they are being backed by some higher power. There's a change of government, and I can show clearly say, yeah, the hands off water bodies, hands off a year forest reserve. Give them an opportunity to say, irrespective of what arrangement I war in the past, we will never free forest any issues. So while between deciding to move or we will get you out. Yeah, can you do a movie on Yama if we a honor. But still, they didn't do as a branching and then running operations just after 2 weeks in the paper. And the 2 weeks later, Namubusa said, then they'll cost the Necosin, another cost. But the nature of the operations here said that anything more with Suma using the stars, see the details of that. But operations here running successfully. Yeah, there's a true back crime in this process. It doesn't mean you are actually excavated here because near direct direction of the president saying excavators need some machines. Let me say no, but you're not caught in some area. You put it to good news. You have great machines in home. A year district levels, municipal levels, normal far, NG or Muju, Emma. And machines are got to remove them in good conditions. And 15, 14 excavators, and one grader. There's a car. You have how best between every court processes in the area and I feel, you know, yet me are located these machines for.
And near your cote, Dr. Frank Amwakohene, Asante Mantam Swafo.
afei mfa mo konkontabuo mu Ghana Statistical Service enso atena se aye nkonta for man hu nina fa adwumayefo ya wo mu oman mu na eno no kire se ndey wo hwe wona ye adwuma ewo man Ghana mu a se ankorankore bia wona kasa na ye omadwuma pete se carpenter for mason for mazin for wo mu aye omadwuma no wo se wo hamu nchemu aduowotre 80% ena wona aban na afọ omadwuma aban ne tu omka no nso wo hamu nchemu bese aduonu 20%. It not say wakeka niema siani keka tete niema firimu akowie se na wi nipa du ebia si hɔ no mu a emu mienu pɛ ɛna ɛyɛ aban adwuma na no ɛna opani ono ɛna ɔda saa adwuma de ya no yɛ Professor Samuel Kobna anim wɔne zamtrofo bɔ nkomo ɛna ɔkyɛ sɛ saa report yi wɔhyɛ ase akyɛ kakra paa na waduodua mu a na aba be piem pempensuo yi na sei ene wo kaso man yesika sem betimi agina brane a ne fa kase no agina na ye wana nkasa edumadie so na yade na to na ye aba edumadie so a man yesika sem beto ape etu man yesika sem de ne fa kase no agina wana wo ye wana nkasa adwuma san se ene wana ye wana nkasa adwuma edoso che wana eye aban adwuma no moment se de osibi kire mu.
Hope that after this engagement, Ghana would now take the appropriate steps to ensure that productivity is part of our regular statistics so that we don't just go out to put out production figures, but identify how, one, productivity is related to earnings, two, how productivity can be assessed from different sectors. We have looked at productivity from two perspectives, output per labor. So all that you think about is, if in the third quarter of 2024, your GDP was 48 billion, and on the back of the population projections that we did, we have a working age population of about 21.4 billion, and out of that, those who are employed are about 12 million. All that you do is you divide this 12 million by your 48.2 billion, which gives you around 4,004 Ghana cedis, and that tells you your output. Session should emphasize, if we decide to move people from the industry sector to the agriculture sector, or the other way around, or from the services sector to the agriculture sector, to what extent would we achieve that doubling target of our quarterly GDP from the 48.2 billion to the 96.4 billion that we seek to achieve? The second part you're going to hear about today is what we call the multi-factor productivity.
I was a Samson Kobna and Professor.
Yeah, boy, Abraham and Shahim Fee, now Crabia Santa Cotocohine, or 247 cherry bill, as Santa Madu Snow share breath for. I want man can't anchor in the soul. Now, the China Santa and Mantamuna, none of my info. Ya one more any ma enkoye na esese kokosi ohwumhene na na kusi ba ya otoso emieno so ya keka ka bobo no akro bia asante kotokohene watu na kusi ba ye otoso mienu ohwumhene ade so na se de kokoye ye ne eye kuma se traditional council no na nanom ahemfu badwa no etena ase na ye to nsa efre na kusi ba ye otoso emienu watena akonwa no so wo hwuma asesa wo hene mfie dunsia emu enie na bra ye ne begina adwam no wono akasa ne nua ma na afe ebusua ne bi ebo no kwadu na kwadu no mo no mo akyese watonwa aton amusieye etu nananom nankese ode kura bia asante kotoko hene otumfo ese etu abi odin eba se wade nsase se ode baba ye solar system ene de keke ka ho na nsuso ko wi ase ne ne de 2 galam se ede ase asase no enyina ene nti kura bia asante kotoko hene eti ha no oti ha ti ha no ena wo se na kusi ba ye wo shebo na wo kantam kese ese wo baba tena konwa ise wo bedi nokre na sabre de watu otumfo entam kese esa se wamfa no kredie ya wo hye ho bo no ama abedi akonwa ene nti sabre de ya woro ne na mu mpaboa atuna de so kura bia asante kotoko hene ekasai yenko na yenkotie
chame taya wa konwa bosumom de bae taya ofredencha obedu akropon hene na bema ina abonte don hene kuti okay hade ofrim asa hade ofrim oneta ya ko ofrim de otipeda kodwa ho obebo tante he say to aba o ma ne prebe bi ma le on o tran ya wode botumu anu di ehun asuma ba na tae wasefo aba wo ho no ko aba wo hwim nyo za nana ma ba na ye be you dance ye san say wo na ye nana mo be si wo nana so you dance ye no aba ko say this an ye mo ma million adiosi as sika bi ze me kwa men sa se nyina kutufo ajeje amagi ba chi mu e ze mo first kana ma de me dia dance say ye no ko say wo mu na ye eno ba ye ti an se mo asa apie mu e ko say fresh ba be nanga na fe mi nyode o ti kweja na kunya na atiko o ye bi mame o ye bi mazan afa bi ya na manka o him ti kweja udi o him ni bi wa se ye
ene aye kote ye aye krobia sante kotoko yin otumfo se twa bebi o eye kwa adu ahodo ya ye de ebo na kusi ba ya wotoso mienu ohwum yene ene de keke ka ho a ne nyina ntansa ebo no a ene nti sabre de ya hwan no so akonya
na enra vetting committee kwa setena eno no be piem se NDC amban e ba ye no be se bosomi ba kunu omaba ayi besia setie ni 38 billion choppable Ghana cedis ena omabo e de ato won na opani enei wono na wayi ni se ni vetting committee gini tumu a wo me deputy finance minister Thomas Ampem Nyako wo kasa no wo kire se said ye koso wo man mu sam dis amoekuo no eba ye besa bosumini no omabo besia 38 billion choppable Ghana cedis no kuro bia nim wo se wo msa aban no ekasi sudua play ne prefa wo bra no mo bonto anse nei se besia bo rough pa de ndc aban nya do mbegbo bida na e was ansem no kire se wo mkosu jom na so se do mkan sa pepepe no mbeye enya do mbegbo besia rough bia wo man besia mfaso bia ni so ebde ato o man etire so ama o man ababe ka yen yekrum na ansa kura na ebetie onunyamfo Thomas Thomas Ampem Nyako ensem no gidiabuako ena na okasa vetting committee no ase no nti sansem we ekokopie mu moment said the Gideon Buako etire mu 38 billion besia ya NDC amoeko no wose bosume ba akunye no wabono moment said o sibi chirichiri mu
that we want to cut down borrowing and bring down the rates down. This government in 4 weeks has borrowed 38.5 billion cedis in 4 weeks. That is not a good sign to signal rates to come down. But that is not even the thrust of my question. If government decides to slow down on borrowing, which is to the contrary what is happening, how are you going to finance government expenditure if you decide to go against the current borrowing trends and lower the borrowing as you have indicated? How are you going to fund government expenditure?
Na no si ya pe na yewura Thomas Nyako Ampem wono so ede to so se asemi ya yewura Gideobuako eka no Mr. Chairman mi ankasa na me sheda nya sure na gobetumi achiechire mu a wuro madonsu kwa mi ehunu besia poti ya aben ya bo no eti akwakodu 38 billion choppable Ghana cedis no a enkepe no no de wo ba be deputy finance minister de onye too sure se sa besia bi sa ewo ho eno nso se de yewura Thomas Ampem Nyako echeche mu
97.9. Chairman, I'm not too sure if the information he's given about the quantum of government borrowings is accurate. The briefings that I had indicated that we have borrowed on net base far lower than what you are quoting, but we will have to interrogate that in due time. But Mr. Chairman, the question is asking how we are going to fund government programs. In fact, the minister stated this over here, and that is exactly what I will repeat, that we are going to aggressively pursue revenue generation and we will cut expenditure. As for expenditure, we need to constrain it. Without that, there is no way we will be able to achieve our targets. And the way that the president has started, Honorable Achampo started by giving us some hint, by cutting down the number of ministers by about 24, signaling that the government recognizes the challenges that we are in. And so everybody will then be put in line to follow.
Abushani Ekote Deputy Finance Minister Designate. Original for Thomas Ampem Nyako.
Yeah, baby ani anwa so be kwai mensin no mu na fire commander yo wo eye DO2 in Octete ene wode to efie wura nom wo mu anyame atum nsam se Ghana ni na se Ghana de hye na mu betimi asifie na nim se sansa na wo benya asase a ba besifie no wo plan no ho hye nyina fabra fire office for wo mo asoye na wo mo anhwehwe mu enkyerɛkyerɛ wo se be ya betimi aboa na edan no wusi a etumi aboa ama eja hyehye ene eho bambo no etumi akoso na emom enkonkosi dan ne nwie ansa na wakɔ fire service for asoye wo se yentutu anoma ho enkonkokyerɛ pani esa ene nti DO2 Enoch Tete wakyerɛkyerɛ ensem no yenko enkokoti
Nipa brabo na different say be see there and can papa mu say plan what the ba assembly fire service is part of the committee be hwe sa no me ba assembly no na dan we see that nkasa wo fie wo fa nipa ne din say obeba fire service na dia fire service no e be che no ABC pempin no ye fi say fire service jadum so they be your technical officers or electrician wo mo ye me say me fire safety officer even though me commander ASO ye nu sa no nya dia no be exit point now another way and soon say the window no say utumi jaba
DO2 Enoch Tete no achie no eno wo kire se efie no yesi a yama ekwan ne dam exit point ba bia emergency bi anase putupuru bi yesi eja to ho a ewo no mo wo befa ho apie ene ho ekro ne ba ne de keke ka ho eno ne nyina no eye fire service fo a woni wo mo beka mutira bomu na mo de asidan eno so sei eno kan
in case of emergency no na we bie padlock and now we bie lock now we window because door mo ketu set door even though you are using the same burger-proof style now then you use burger-proof because of comfort so what to me no sa ejeto a se nipa wo inside nipa no betumi ebie na wafo ti advice dey ma and say se won nim nani so wo dey fire service ye ne be kire obi bi o si dan bia weather factory dan wo demo as I wonya emergency exit point as I wonya emergency open window ano na mechiam on say the burglar proof na here but the same burglar proof so bet line say door tianu no the bus emergency ana we nti advice e dem say nya fire extinguisher away fire extinguisher nso no efie no nya nko na wote ho mo wo no so say e chirechiro tani abe ya obi wo fie na eja atwa obetumi yisu fire anya fie nko wo ka nso say wonya fire extinguisher nti sometimes advice e dem ma public no ya mo din su mai because e ba say e be sum
DO2 Enoch Tete eye fire commander ye bibie ni anwa so bekwai abato empesua no eso ya home so enye nkrato ye ba na ya ba beto amuso
aye malenko fo aba mo frebo wa mosum badwomo enyarwa hodo nan bi wo ho atumi tete dasani mo ho kata so kura wontumi na ewa pepun minimu ya ene hunimu nsuo na me bekire wa no aduro se wo kai se pokufa makofa waduro bi ba ye se wasane fufura ba malenko cough syrup waduro tatashi wasumnu anu nra hodo te se clofenramin mallet menthol and a difen hydramin HCl na dia gumu enti anu aden etu wane pepun asentem so malenko be ya mama no ma minimu ada ho de pepun ni pepun brefo aba no so ohia malenko enkoda ntotofie wani adantam so a okokata so a wani kata nti wantumi na no wohia malenko akoda wo no malenko fedro no kokata so a wadan na ho wantenani na ade ache malenko baby eyema motofo a efrabo so memiensa adikosi afeso malenko junior so ya dantam dia na malenko adult so ye mpanimfo dia MNG pharmaceuticals no ye malenko fedro yi enye na omayi pharmacy shops ana drugstore huduo mu etufo mfrepoku pharma wo kumasi 051-64221 and crime 021-272-223 Poku Pharma ya pamode farbai
ya command the money factor bomada command the money wada
so shebre wa brabo wa warrior wa juma wa daache bitirimu po enu nsusuye papa ebebemu a di so dem paiba emu oden eheda nase enema bi ewu o wa brabo mu a eyem paibo ne betima ma nya nkwa se enu guase eda wo so a onyankopɔ be na mpaye a wo boyi so amampega aba enu nti eneneme enkambo debia da abrabo no num kopim no nsia menu be jina mpaiba emu odin na what wadansia so aba. The book of Job 22 and verse 28. Thy shall also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy ways, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Over Facebook and YouTube, evangelist OC. And no copy no sia. Vetro emaya mo bisa die anaso prayer request no enfama. Oh Holy TV onyankopon shamo.
Fox FM Information Center Association. Fox FM Information Center Association. Yeri bodon frɛ obibia na fidie eda Fox. Yambosumi bia ya wade edi kan hyiemu a ye hyiemu no. Bosumi we su die edru ho biem. Eni nti ye frɛ obibia. Ka kyerɛ wunua na wunua so nka kyerɛ ni nua. Sɛ yambosumi hyiemu na sanso edru ho biem. Sɛ wo ye Information Center owner na woni gye ho pɛsɛ wo de wo ho bɛdɔn Fox FM Information Center Association a ye bie ya pono ede atom obibia. Hyehyɛ ye kyerɛ kwan ewo Kumase Roman Hill. Bia say ohwehwe Fox FM asueye so we tri na so penchemu bia betimi afre number 0541 767443 Fox FM ana the ultimate station in Ghana.
Say, or from audition by Frankie Taylor. My pony, say, Penny Baba Poetry, I live band plaza. Hyper Plus live band time. Our Fox 97.9 FM. Every Saturdays from 1 to 3 p.m. Hyper Plus live band on Fox FM. Power to you.
Unipure herbal soap. Unipure herbal something to me stop pimples. Ayamni nankama propro. Unipure herbal ointment niso to me stop pimples. Ayamni nankama propro. When niji and the brosopa. So with the Unipure herbal ointment for pimples. Ayam and now propro no so. Abra with the Unipure herbal somnano. Edi kan afa pimples. Ayam and nankama propro. Now our swansa. Unipure herbal balm. Unipure herbal sahu namu homre ne honam yaw. Obenya Unipure herbal samina. Unipure herbal ointment ne Unipure herbal balm. Wo pharmacy over the counter medicine sellers or TCMS ne herbal shops. Wo pese wutu ana wo bisa sembiara fa ho a. Fre 0244 486 225 ne 0264 240 999. Adie aje twede nkrato yatom.
Hey, say a kayampa, said that you be tried a giving, and tuntuma big team a new rough, a true baby crown. Come in this summer bush for. It's answer, my trying tuntuma drobebre, and so still, a shin woman until send me discover Fox Mosquito Coil. Fox Mosquito Coil, and only my chinkwa, a boy, Juma Papa, na a shamso, and you some say, Ut me soon of them, ut me soon of bunting, and so see it down enough for them, and to know bushia bedda and naho. Dear Nim, and ye dick more dance here. Kaise, Ubenya do shops a hoodroom, the opera do to and crank, Kokenshi, Kumase, Babsap Enterprise, Ewa Doom, or was it for 055 5216 909. And Okoforidia, Obetumiswa Frey, I was 0249 108230. Fox Mosquito Coil, Yabed da Enya Yasumdre, FDA, Aji Edwedian Kratwe Atum.
Abuja for Adam Asema Munina kwa banemu yamfas da kese mfamu ya aboafo awie omaso yasene Pokufama Company Limited ni yakwa fa nabe iron syrup dia ba edwaso eni doctor ka tro se umoja uhia moja ka tro doctor se me bakra no koto nabe iron syrup ni binom uwi ka tro doctor ma ba check bibiu ubo se moja na hye nipadua ne ma se be so ya kura so ye pani nabe iron syrup na me kan fo dia ma wo bra o doctor ka tro se umoja so atintie ma moja na hag multivitamin syrup no so yankura moja duru nkura no mo a ebo mo nyini fe pa menstak no ene eno ma na ma anase ye tie ni dia na ma ni nyina ebo sie sanse womo ena aboa mo wo mfichiko mu ya oni nyina sie atuntie bia na do nyante menstak no da so odwa so e ma mfichiko mu ya no etu ase kura de afiri Opokufama Company Limited ye nsa no adwuma no bi eno no ba bia abekwa ye ton papa bia no o se Opokufama eno no bi ato Sanso ena aye Fox FM ye social media handles ni nyina so ye gina na so ya ebo adwuma se konkomafo agyan Fox FM Kumase no Facebook no Fox FM ana Fox 97.9 FM Kumase YouTube Fox TV GH Tuning Radio no Fox FM 97.9 FM Fox 97.9 FM Instagram Fox FM Kumase Twitter no Fox FM 97.9 and afi foxfmonline.com